Hi, this is Maria with Petals on Water. Lately we've been discussing my breast cancer journey, and I'm sorry that just was really jiggly. And I guess we're gonna kind of continue with that because right now that is like the biggest impact on my mental health. Um, it's been a crazy few weeks. In addition to receiving my breast cancer diagnosis, my grandmother died the next day. Um, so that was kind of difficult. And today I lost one of my ducks, one of my, not quite a pet, uh, but definitely part of our family, the animal portion. So it was just, I wasn't actually there, and that actually made it worse for me. Um, in addition to finding out basically the course of my journey, scheduling all sorts of appointments, one of the things that I'm going to be facing that is kind of right now overshadowing the breast cancer is all the I have to deal with needles, IVs. These are trauma triggers for me. Um, and trauma triggers are things, they can be simple. You could be talking about them, it could be seeing them. But basically, what happens is when you see or hear this particular word or item, person, place, you immediately get taken back to the experience that traumatized you, or in my case, multiple experiences that have traumatized me, and not just at one place in my life, but repeatedly throughout. I mean, even just like maybe a month or two ago. So, um, because things happen to really impress or refresh that trauma, especially with my needle phobia, because it's not a phobia, it's a trauma trigger. And everybody just assumes I'm a little squeamish about it, not doesn't really realize there's a history behind it. So I'm facing literally like appointment, where they're going to be putting an IV in me, and I only actually have one good vein. Repeatedly throughout my life, they have discovered that when they try to go to other places, it is difficult to find someplace, and very often I get stuck multiple times. And very often that sticking is more like a deep diving exploration. So I end up being badly bruised, badly hurt, and I get to go through that again. Yay! I'm fortunate. I was relieved to find out they're going to put a port in for my chemo, because the concept of them sticking me every 2 to 3 weeks was just horrifying to me. I imagine the port will bother me in a different way. And when I say that, I mean like seeing it, it being there. Um, but that's different. And I guess I'll find out how I feel about it when I get there. We also talked about surgeries, projections, medicines and treatments afterwards. Very variety of, depending on this, then that, depending on this, then that type of thing. I actually literally almost passed out because it was just so overwhelming. And unfortunately for me, my grandmother dying meant that I could only handle one thing at a time. So my grandmother's death and dealing with all of that came first. And then once we buried her, like literally the minute I got alone and to process it, I completely did, and having cancer. And but this is like day 2 or 3 of me actually sitting there going, oh my God, what does this mean? What does this mean? So it's pretty overwhelming. This is probably one of the last times you're going to see me with hair and like long nails. Because I'm gonna start buzz cutting my hair. My hair is awfully fine. So, and one of my biggest nightmares is taking your hair out in clumps. Like, I think I'll be fine without the hair. It's just, the doctor offered for me to get like a cooling cap for my head, but she said it would cause like brain freeze, and honestly, I have trouble with things on my head, so I don't think that would really work for me. Um, So I don't think I'm going to go that route. Honestly, I'm a little worried about scarves and hats because hats often bother me even with hair. But I understand my head's going to get cold, so I'm going to have to wear something. Um, what else? What else? Um, in terms of mental health and my dissociative identities, one of the things I found most interesting is that I actually have a child altar that keeps coming to the front. And actually, I think they're always there now. I am noticing little isms that I'll do without really thinking about it. And it's a little strange because, like, for example, if I'm watching a movie, I might suddenly sit there and notice how big I am. Oh my goodness, how did I get so large? And I'm talking about like the size of my knee. Now, I'm 5'1", people. I'm not that big. So this thought running through my head, this surprise that I feel, and then me going, no, 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 this is just my adult size. This is the size that I am. It's kind of it's an interesting conversation. I wouldn't think that in a disease this overwhelming, there would actually be a child altar that would step forward. Although his explanation is that he protects his baby sister and that's what he does. He protects and he takes care of. And so he's doing that for us. Um, and I can't tell you how heartbreaking it is. I think that there is, because he's like 4 or 5. No, he's not even 5. He's 4 at the most. And I can't tell you how disturbing it is that I have an altar that is 4 years old, taking care of an infant sister. Like, to me, that is just kind of like, what in the world, right? I think we've all kind of agreed to keep everything on the down low. We still have conversations, but for the most part, I think we're all just kind of blending and dealing together because this is such an upheaved situation. We don't have space to demand individuality. So, for example, for us, survival is the most important thing. And to survive, you do what you have to do to make sure that everybody comes out okay. Because if everybody doesn't come out okay, then nobody does. Throwing your weight around and being an individual for us internally, um, right now especially, we wouldn't make it. So we're not doing that. Thoughts. I don't know. That might actually be it. I might have more to talk about. I think right now I'm still sort of taking everything in. I've got a boatload of tests and immediately following all those tests and the port being put in a class. They have a chemo class. And thank goodness they give you a binder with information. I've actually already gotten it's a big pamphlet about having breast cancer with resources. I got a pillow. I got a gift for having breast cancer. I joined a page. I got a book. I've been doing reading. How can I say this? I don't think we have these conversations as a society often enough. I really don't. I think it makes people uncomfortable. The big U word, uncomfortable, and that's inconvenient. So no one wants to talk about it. And you guys know I'm not good at that. If it's going on, I need to talk about it. So sorry. But that's the way I am. And so I guess my sorry wasn't genuine and I shouldn't have said it. I'm not a big believer in the whole sorry, not sorry thing. That seems very disrespectful to your listener. So when I say I'm sorry, I can't just sit there and go, not sorry. But anyway, so here we are. Hair, nails. Now, I'm not going to lie. when this is all over and I can grow my nails back, my nails are coming back. I like my nails. Strong, sharp things. I love them. I don't know why, but I do. The hair is negotiable. I have actually considered never growing my hair out long again. And the reason for that is everything I'm reading, everything that I'm seeing on the page that I'm on currently, I mean, survivors of breast cancer are impressive. Even women who don't survive. The things that all these women go through, like some people have an easier time with the various therapies than other people. Like I don't know. I haven't been there yet. Like I know I'm dealing with my traumas and that makes it huge for me. It's personal, you know? It's not what everybody else has been through. And some of these women have just been through an insane amount. And you know what? I'd rather have my hair shorn and have people go, "Why is your hair so short?" Or, "Wow, you're almost bald." Or, that's an unusual look, or not that people would ever do that because they're all just too polite. But I hope someday someone does, because I'd really like to sit there and say, you know what? I am doing this in solidarity with every woman that ever has, currently is, or ever will go through breast cancer in the form of its current treatments, because they're terrifying. And I don't think any other cancer has it any easier, okay? I think everyone who goes through this disease goes through a lot to get through it. And I don't think it's talked about enough. I think everybody tries to be stoic and brave and just go, yeah, 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 no, no, no. But that air of secrecy makes it bigger and scarier, which, granted, if I was on the outside looking in, believe me, I'd be scared by what I was seeing. But as someone who got diagnosed and didn't have a clue as to what that meant, no one in my family has ever had cancer. I actually apologized to my children, saying, I am so sorry because I have cancer and now they have to worry about it. No one in my family has ever had cancer. I have no clue, really, what that means. The one woman that I sat with, who died from cancer, she was older. I wasn't there for the entire thing. I was really only there for hospice and her passing to help the family. But I don't know the long haul. I don't know what she went through. And that's the way it is. And things shrouded in mystery are scarier. And I don't think that's something people deserve when they find out they've got cancer. It shouldn't be an, oh no, what am I facing kind of thing. It should be, okay, this is scary, but okay, let me think about what this is. Let me gather my courage. Let me be prepared, because I can do this if I'm prepared. And maybe that's just me. I'm going to have moments where I completely lose it. I'm going to have moments where I'm going to be super angry. I'm going to have a lot of moments where I'm just really impatient and short-tempered. I'm going to have moments where I'm extremely hopeful, and I've got moments where I'm just going to be like, you know what, whatever happens, happens, and I'm going to have faith in this process. Because bottom line is, whatever happens is going to happen, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It just is. So, I don't know. I'm approaching a time where I kind of wanted to be done by now. So, I'll probably keep you updated, maybe, sort of, kind of. I'd kind of like to. I don't know how much I'm going to want to talk about it, but I kind of feel like knowing where people are in their progress, as long as I don't look too horrendous, I'm probably going to come here and talk to you. And as probably as I can't be too crazy and emotional, I will probably come here and talk to you about it. And probably in there will be updates about how I'm handling this as a system. Like I said, right now we're kind of bunkered in, and there's just, we're all working together. So, anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. I love, for those of you who send me support and appreciation, my friends that are letting me know these things. God, you mean so much. Okay, really, literally, when I'm going through shit, I began running those things through my head. So, that means everything to me. But I hope everyone's well. Those of you who know me, I want to hear your happy stories. I want to hear your successes. I want to be able to smile and just be grateful that you are enjoying your life, okay? Never feel like you have to be guilty around me, ever, all right? It'll make me happier to know that you're happy. All right. So I will talk to everybody later, hopefully. Hopefully I'll feel up to it. So, or at the very least, you'll see me on the other side. And they'll be all like, it was horrible, but I made it. Or maybe I won't. You never know. All right. So take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves and each other. Bye.